All right, ladies and gentlemen, Battlestate Games. Escape from Tarkov developers have entered the Royal Rumble. They're clapping back at the accusations that were posed yesterday over on Reddit. If you guys didn't watch yesterday's video where I gave you basically the rundown, the situation, go watch that. A TLD dub on that is basically a user on February 22nd had reached out to support asking for a refund. The game wasn't running on his computer very well and he wanted a refund. Battlestate Games, they do not offer refunds as according to their terms of service. You are kind of shit out of luck. And he got essentially an automated response talking and referring to their terms of service. He then reaches out, according to the screenshot that he posted, he reaches out on March 3rd. So a couple of weeks later, asking why the game was removed from his account. And you guys are looking at the screenshot here on screen, the more pertinent information. Now, he posted this to Reddit yesterday. It blew the fuck up. It reached other subreddits. It reached like to the top of r/all, which if you guys don't know how Reddit works, basically it takes a congregation of all the top posts from all the subreddits and throws it into one subreddit. So we had people from so many different walks of life coming through and talking about the situation on this post. People who might not even play games, people who definitely don't play Escape from Tarkov are chiming in and talking about the situation, blowing it up even further. Battlestate Games coming in hot, saying that based on the information that they have in the back end, on the morning of February 28th, you have turned to your bank for a refund. The payment was canceled. Consequently, the pre-order had been canceled. And after a few days, on the 3rd of March, you ask the support section, where is your pre-order? They then go and they say the date of cancellation was February 28th at 11:07. The reason for the cancellation was a chargeback. This is an interesting situation because they essentially threw it back into his court. And when they initially responded to his post on Reddit, his response to that response, which is being downvoted to hell, I contacted support on February 22nd, almost 3 weeks ago, and have had zero resolutions or clarity on the situation. Don't use the chargeback that I authorized just a few hours ago to try and cover up the blatant incompetencies within your organization that took place weeks ago. So his response is claiming that he basically essentially charged back on March 12th. So he initialized a chargeback, posted the post, and now they're claiming that he charged back on February 28th. So this is now becoming a he said, she said. But I'm going to take it one step further because I truly believe that the burden of proof belongs on the user, which I know you guys are probably thinking, Fry's just hating BSG. Look, he's the one that made the claim. Let's see him post up the proof. Go to your, if it was PayPal or your bank, go and just get a confirmation. Now, one thing I am going to say here, which might lend some credibility to Battlestate Games' response, the bot responding to the terms of service post, you can actually see responds to the user on the 28th of February, discussing the terms of service violations and, what happens with chargebacks and removing of accounts. On the 28th of February, which is where they're claiming he charged back. I'm not saying OP lied. I'm not saying that there hasn't been some miscommunications here, but it's just a little bit of an interesting tidbit, which actually lends me to want to see his proof even more than ever, because I believe now that it lies on him. Prove to everybody that you actually charged back on the 12th. But here's where it gets a little finicky, because just last week, I had posted a screenshot about my account on Steam being banned from a game called Task Force. They pulled the key from my account, banned me everywhere. My account on Steam now has not a VAC ban, it's called a game ban, but it looks very similar to somebody who doesn't know the difference. I posted those screenshots underneath my video in like an edited pinned post, and I had people claiming that I photoshopped, or not that I photoshopped, but that it's so easy to photoshop pictures nowadays that they don't know if it's true or not. And I see the same thing happening here. Personally, I think if this kid posts the picture, I'd be fine with it. I think if Battlestate Games came through and posted an actual screenshot of their back-end system, I would be fine with, I would take them at their word. Okay, this is what happened. But I know a lot of people won't. I know a lot of people are going to look at the situation. If this kid, let's say he does come in and post the screenshot, and let's say it does say March 12th at whatever time, I know there's still going to be people that believe Battlestate Games. They're going to say he photoshopped it, and vice versa. There's going to be people that are saying, oh yeah, Battlestate Games is photoshopping. I've already seen it. People are saying that Battlestate Games is saying this because they want to, you know, keep their reputation. It's just going to be a back and forth without any logical resolution, unless I guess somebody records a video of their screen. I don't know how it's going to play out. I just know that the volatile nature of Reddit and the internet in general, this is essentially never going to be put to rest. Maybe for a bunch of people it would, but I know there's always going to be people that just will never believe the opposite and will always defend whatever horse they're betting on, essentially. I think Battlestate Games needs to update their refund policy. I think that's the number one thing that people should be talking about coming out of this. This he said, she said, whatever. The fact that Battlestate Games is a registered company in the UK means that their Consumer Rights Act actually introduced a specific rule entitling shoppers to a repair or replacement when digital products are faulty. Essentially saying you have the ability to refund digital video games within the first 30 days of purchase. Now, you could even go deeper and say that, well, actually, Battlestate Games is in the right because it's technically an early access, it's an alpha, it's a beta, whatever you want to call it. So the consumer knows that there might be bugs or it might not run well. You know what I mean? So again, you could have both sides here. That would all have to be settled in a court of law. But the fact that they don't offer refunds at all, in my opinion, is actually illegal, considering they are, a UK registered company. Yes, they are based in Russia, but their company is registered in the UK. So what I will say is the whole takeaway of this whole situation is just be careful what you buy, know your rights, know their rights, and just try to enjoy games a little bit. But anyways, about the situation, the he said, she said, I want to know what you guys think. Who do you personally believe on this situation? Because at this point, Battlestate Games hasn't provided anything outside of text that technically they could have typed up. And this guy hasn't provided anything outside of the stuff that he typed up and the support ticket. Personally, I think the support ticket, I know it's a robot and an automated response. Someone should have just stepped in and just been like, yeah, you charge back on this day. Even though if it's true, he would have known that, it's just a weird situation. But I feel like that support system could maybe get a revamp because this whole thing could have been solved with one response, one person looking it up. Now, granted, I don't know how many support tickets for refunds and shit they get a day, but if one person at the studio or whoever they could outsource it to could actually have gone through, checked the logs and be like, nah, you charged back on the 28th and posted that to him, this whole thing would have been solved. It wouldn't have actually got off the ground. But let me know what you guys think. Who do you believe? Do you believe Battlestate Games? They've had a history. Do you believe OP? Somebody who might just have done all of this just to stir up drama and controversy? Trust, I've been on the internet for a long time. That wouldn't surprise me in the fucking slightest. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you enjoy the content, leave a like on the video and consider subscribing. My name is Big Fry, and I'll see you on the next one.